Law to consider local law entitled A Local Law to Amend Local Law Number 1-2015, authorizing a local retirement incentive program for the eligible employees of the town of Oyster Bay.
All right. Mr. Sabellico, what say you, sir?
Good evening, Supervisor, members of the Town Board. Thomas M. Sabellico, Special Counsel, Office of the Town Attorney. In 2015, the Town Board adopted Local Law 1 of 2015, which authorized a local retirement incentive program, which expires on June 30th of 2016. At that time, anyone who's eligible to retire could retire during the period as long as they were off the payroll by July 30th of this year. To date,
July 31st?
30th.
It is the 30th?
Well, the first day of retirement will be July 31st. You're off your last day of work will be July 30th.
Okay.
To date, 65 people have participated in that retirement. Either have already retired or have given notice that they are about to retire by July 30th. An additional 12 people have indicated that they're coming in for exit interviews within the next week.
That would be a total of
77. So if no one else were to retire within the next week, during the first period of the retirement incentive, 77 employees would have retired, which would have taken a total of $7,322,000 off the payroll for 2016. The proposal before the board tonight is to extend the retirement incentive.
The 7 million figure again?
$7,322,508.
You said for 2016, is that?
Using 2016 payroll. Yes,
Is that a full year amount, or is that the balance of?
That's a full year amount.
So the savings would be half of that?
Correct.
For this year?
I'm just saying, that's the amount of annual payroll that will be taken off the payroll. The savings will be depending upon when they left. Some left in February, some left in June, some left in July.
Right.
But we can get you that number. The proposal this evening is to extend that or amend that law by creating a second period for those who would first become eligible to retire on August 1st, on July 1st rather, and it would end, that period would end on December 31st. The difference being in this period 2 of the law, it would only be applicable to those people who first become eligible to retire, either by reason of their age or years of service. And during period 2, they would need to be off the payroll within 30 days of that eligibility. During the first period, they could have stayed on until July 30th. During this period, no, 30 days after they become eligible to retire. The latest they can be off the payroll is January 30th, which is 30 days after. If they first become eligible to retire on December 31st, they can retire and they have to be off the payroll by January 30th. According to the numbers given to me by IT and Human Resources, the second period would only apply to 20 employees. Of those 20, one is already retired under the first period of the incentive, and 5 others have already filed their intent to go of the 20.
So 14 remain.
Correct. And of those 14 that remain, 9 have family health insurance and 5 have single. And that'll be important because what we're giving them as part of the incentive is continued benefits. Any questions?
But you become eligible for the first time during the extension, right?
If you become eligible for the first time. If you're already eligible to retire and haven't done so by July 30th, you can retire after that, but you won't get the incentive.
Maybe I'm just, maybe it's the hour, I don't know. If you become eligible for the first time, how could you retire in a prior, you said there's,
I had a question about that one person too.
yeah, I don't, maybe help me out.
She has indicated her intent to retire.
Oh, to take advantage of
Yes.
the extension, okay,
Yes.
but it's not currently part of the.
Correct.
Okay, I got it. Does that help you?
Yes.
Okay. All right, anyone else have any questions for Mr. Sabellico? Okay, all right, stand by, Johnny, let's see what happens. No, I'm sorry, not Paul. Rob, we're ready.
Hello, I'm Robert Ripp from Massapequa, New York. Just have a couple of questions. I'd like to know Do you anticipate a further increase in the retirement in response to the current contract negotiations, specifically the proposed concessions in the employee health plans? From what I just think I understood is if you retire prior to any renegotiation, it seems you'd be able to keep your health plan without having to pay into it. I believe the proposed contract is an offer of something like paying 20% into the health plan for the employees. And I'd also like to know if any of these alleged retirees would then be rehired back by the town. For instance, like Richie Betz retired and then he was hired back and he's been working part-time for quite a while now. So I'm curious if you could retire and come back like somebody like that.
On the first one, we're in negotiations, so everything's out there. So there's nothing set yet. It's
Okay.
negotiations, it's give and take. It's the nature of negotiations. The second part, I don't know the answer to.
Well, the first part, I don't think anybody can answer it.
Right, that's what I said.
Because really, I'm not sure where you're getting your information from, but just none of that has happened yet. But on the second question, lawfully, someone can come back the way Rich Betz came back, right? I think it's pretty safe to say, and I think I'm speaking on behalf of the entire town board when I say, in light of our current financial situation, that's just not going to happen.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Tom.